Just a few years after the atomic bomb was dropped on Japan to end World War II, General Douglas MacArthur warned, "We have had our last chance. If we will not devise some greater, more equitable system, Armageddon will be at our door." Years later, in 1981, amidst the Cold War, President Ronald Reagan wrote down his fears in his diary, quote, "Sometimes I wonder if we are destined to witness Armageddon." Got word of Israel bombing Iraq, nuclear reactor. "I swear I believe Armageddon is near." As I grew up, it looked like a nuclear war was inevitable between the two superpowers. But then came a quick succession of dramatic events that turned the tide. Virtually a bloodless revolution swept across the Eastern Bloc countries of Europe, and communism fell overnight. The Berlin Wall came down. Statues of former communist leaders were toppled. Suddenly, a few years later, Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait. Quickly, the United States and her allies liberated Kuwait in the Gulf War. Then the United States became the sole remaining superpower. But the big question is, who will be the next global superpower? An ancient prophecy tucked away in the intriguing book of Daniel spotlights the next global superpower. This remarkable prophecy reveals our day in the light of Bible prophecy. 2,600 years of history in advance. The rise and fall of 4 world empires. It even predicted the downfall of Napoleon and Hitler. What about the future of the European Union? Will there be a one-world government? How will the world end? It's all revealed in Daniel chapter 2. Listen to what Daniel says based on this prophetic dream in Daniel 2 and verse 21. Daniel 2 and verse 21. The Bible says, "He removes kings and raises up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding." God is in control of the rise of kingdoms and the fall of kingdoms. Did you catch that? Daniel said to a pagan king, Nebuchadnezzar of ancient Babylon, that God is ultimately in control of the rise and fall of kings in their kingdoms. God knows the end from the beginning. Therefore, God does not guess about the future. He knows the future. And the most fantastic and breathtaking part of this dramatic prophecy of Daniel 2 is how it foretells the future of our world and the coming of Christ. Daniel predicted that one day God's kingdom would break all man-made kingdoms into pieces, and his kingdom would stand forever. Daniel 2 and verse 44.